All right, the big story on India Sense this week. Prime Minister Modi is returning to India after a three-nation tour which included Guyana and Brazil for G20. And the first stop for Prime Minister Modi in this trip was Nigeria. The visit is the latest in a series of measures that's aimed to boost India's presence, influence and stakes in Africa. In fact, a continent which is now fast becoming an epicenter of the power tussle that's taking place between Africa's former colonizers, China and countries like India that enjoy enormous goodwill. This report tells you the stakes that are there for India in Africa.
भारत की प्रगति से आप खुश होते हैं और यहाँ आपकी प्रगति पर हर भारतवासी का सीना चौड़ा हो जाता है।
In 1884, the Berlin Conference kicked off the scramble for Africa. Between European nations, UK, Germany, France, Portugal, Belgium and others that divided the continent amongst them, known for its rich resources and access to trade routes. Fast forward to now, where the former colonial powers are struggling to be relevant as players like India gain ground. Between 1992 and 2022, India's trade with Africa rose from $890 million to $98 billion. African Union is now India's fourth largest trading partner, with Nigeria accounting for almost a fifth of this. Nigeria is witnessing significant Indian investments in steel, power generation, petrochemical and defense production. And it's not just Nigeria. Indian investments are focused in the 6 lion economies, or those that have high growth rates and prospects like the Asian tigers 4 decades back. China remains one of the largest investors in Africa, pumping in $170 billion in the last 2 decades. But India is catching up. Indian investments are projected to touch $150 billion by 2030, while some of Chinese investments have been very strategic in nature, like the Djibouti to Addis Ababa railway line. The backlash due to debt trap concerns is allowing India a unique opportunity to come in with its investments and funds that allow Africa and African economies to prosper.
Now, China's loans to Africa have fallen from $28 billion in 2016 to under $1 billion in 2022, telling the scope that lies for India and the opportunity. But it's not just about investments. India appointed defense attaches to important countries like Mozambique, Tanzania, Ivory Coast and Djibouti, where China owns a large port. And these appointments indicate the intent to increase strategic engagements and boost defense production. This is the reason why Africa matters so much to India for its strategic, geopolitical and long-term ambitions.